Yes, and Opheia, with a 14 on your charisma check, you are able to connect quite nicely with Clarice about some of the things that you share in common, and you find that you both enjoy herbology and alchemy and things that grow, and you are able to gain some reputation in her eyes. So, as the group settles in for supper here, you are all able to gather around with Louise, who she travels upstairs to her chambers and returns with a large tome, a book, if you will.
A book.
You have all supped at this point, had quite a decent meal of maybe some roast quail and, root vegetables and some wine and whatever else you're in the mood for. They have quite the assortment here. And have some...
we're going to be asking if we get a meal buff for that.
I would say a good meal. Yeah, it's probably not a feast, but a nice meal. So you are all well sated to have some nice, pleasant conversation about the valley and the things that you encountered and the troop, and regale some of your tale to the sorceresses here. And as evening settles in, Louise kind of turns to you, Mare, and let's see. Oh, there's I lost track of Kilton there.
He's eating cheese.
He's eating cheese.
Yum, yum, yum.
All right. She settles in, and do you recount to her what Oberhassel told you?
Yes. Because Mara remembers that, and Kaylin also definitely remembers what Oberhassel said. Sorry, it's been a minute, and my brain has been emptied of multiple things.
It's all good.
Weeks.
Yeah. You are able to kind of recount the details of what Oberhassel told you. She kind of, runs her hands through her hair, and she kind of, yes, that's quite interesting. I think I have uncovered a similar tale, some more details, I think. A bit more from a historical standpoint and perhaps less from a naturalist standpoint that he was recounting or recalling, whatever you might consider it. Yes, there seems to be in the historical documents 2 comets that had appeared at various important moments in the history of the continent. It's been passed down since elven kind has kept documents of any kind from the earliest days of history being recorded. And it seems as though around the conjunction of the spheres, these 2 comets appeared, and it sounds as though Oberhassel mentioned that an entity appeared, and I think his details, his recounting, was perhaps a bit... He had some details perhaps a little confused. He mentioned that this entity, Balor, you said, had come through from another plane. And that's true, but this ancient one, Balor, if you will, was not from another sphere. The historical documents, the elven ledgers and lore that has been passed down suggest that he was of this world, in fact, a mage of great power, and that he was somehow banished from this world, thought destroyed. He was a linchpin in the conjunction of the spheres, it seems. His banishment was, it seems, what perhaps caused or was the first pebble in an avalanche that began the conjunction.
So it seems, correct me if I'm wrong, in the sequence of events, Balor, the mage of this world of antiquity, gets banished from this plane and then returns when the spheres collide, or his banishment is what caused the spheres to collide.
The legends and the information that we have been able to assess, it seems as though his banishment was during the conjunction of the spheres. As they collided with our world, he was somehow banished and thought destroyed, but I suppose only imprisoned in some other sphere. It was then that his banishment was, I suppose, it suggests in relation to his attempt to overthrow the elven rulers of the time. She flips through the book a bit more.
It does track with what I saw in the vision. The ritual of binding was of ancient elven structure.
Yes, that is consistent with our knowledge that we have gained. And she licks her finger and thumbs through some more of this old tome. Some of the edges of the paper beginning to crumble a little bit as she leaves through. Not wearing archival gloves or anything, she just...
Mari does do a little internal side eye at that.
Disgusting.
Come on.
Disgusting.
You fucking know better.
You know what this
I know she fucking knows better.
It's not even temperature controlled in here.
No, it's not.
You know their library isn't temperature controlled.
Well, it's olden times, but still.
There's no such thing as a temperature controlled building in this day and age. It's just mitigated.
Room
to
full
be
of
fair,
salt.
they do kind of use magic like bubbles essentially to like keep air contained in a way, so sort of temperature controlled, but not in like an archival sense.
She should be using gloves though.
Yeah.
This is an ancient elven text. She's got to fucking be careful with it.
She finds the section she's looking for, kind of pushing it closer towards you, Mare, holding a lantern so you can kind of see. She says, it seems as though later the comets, they reappeared long after the conjunction of the spheres, hundreds of years, in fact. And this reappearance of these comets strengthened this rift between the worlds that were tied together, allowing the shattered pieces of what was once Balor to reform. It seems as though his power had grown in some way during this process, and he was able to return to this sphere as something else, not human or elf like he used to be, but something formed of energy from this place. The record after this point is a bit unclear, but it seems as though he was once again defeated by a group of mages and warriors. It seems as though perhaps witchers, although the legends here are unclear as to the actual warriors, but one could surmise that they were likely witchers in the early days.
And this group of heroes, this group of adventurers and warriors, killed him or banished him again?
Well, it seems as though the warriors at some point managed to defeat this new entity that Balor had returned as. And, well, it seems as though they were able to trap his consciousness in this sphere. Perhaps that is the elven prison that you have had visions of. And
sealed.
well,
And the comets obviously the comets are obviously some sort of conduit, or it was an opportunity to create a web of smaller conduits between everyone with a mark.
Well, and when Balor returned this first time, his power was immense, and people began to worship him as a god of some kind, an entity
of course.
Powerful enough to reshape reality to his whim. They fell at his feet and worshipped him. Man, elf, dwarf, even some intelligent monsters hailed him as the savior of the continent. But this group of elves and warriors imprisoned his consciousness and trapped him here. Now, it's unclear as to where this was. It was in an ancient elven city, but the specific name has been lost, unfortunately, with so much destruction to the elven record. It's unclear exactly which elven city
If it's
was.
an elven city, it could be under any of the Northern Continent cities, which is its own host of problems.
Or it could be a pile of ruins.
It could be a pile of ruins, but
If you pick a
Many
city,
if you pick a city, there's elven bones underneath
oh,
it.
I was going to say it's probably Novigrad, but
Well,
Most of
you
these
can
northern
make
cities are
it
built
there,
off of
you
the bones
can- Yeah,
and structures of old elven civilization.
indeed. So, it seems as though after his consciousness was trapped, those who served him had been marked by his power and faded into the annals of history, and, well, over the centuries, his power has very slowly been able to grow. So the cracks that leak into this world, the chaos that feeds him.
Was the comet just the wedge that broke the crack open?
Indeed, the arrival of the comet once again gave him enough strength to call upon his followers and crack open, as you say, a wedge. It seems as though when inevitably the second comet appears, his prison will shatter, and he will be free once again.
So we have 5-ish months to find the location of this city, devise a way to seal him again or destroy him, and survive doing that.
Well, now that we understand the challenge that we face, any resources that we're able to aid you, and we have a number of specialists that will be attending our lodge gala, I think it might be worth addressing with the larger group to see who may have connections and be able to help. There will be quite a few powerful mages, but there is one that stands out that I think you should speak to. Gerwolf Mordhain is a mage of some renown in elven histories and has studied the conjunction of the spheres and the mages that were around during that time in quite a lot of detail. I think he would likely be able to help in this matter.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Mare and anyone else who would like to may go ahead and give me, is it gonna be a, let's see, there's that. I'm thinking probably an education check is gonna make the most sense in this regard.
Magical
Kelton, once
training?
again.
Magical training,
Kilton, you
please?
piece of shit.
This
no
is-
reason.
I guess he is a mage, so I'll allow it. Yes, magical training.
Yay! Thank you.
Can I justify lore keeper?
Let's see. I think so. Probably. I mean, probably.
Show
Right?
off.
Why not?
If you say
Hey,
no, I can hold you to it.
I'm a mage, man. I know about mages and I know about mage stuff.
The reason why not is because the
But you
GM
can't
says no.
do
or
better
education,
than someone who has no reason to know it whatsoever.
Absolutely. I am trained in this. I
Not
should
in The
be good
Witcher.
at it.
It doesn't matter. Dumb luck prevails. You know this.
You are the emblem of dumb luck. You're the personification of dumb
Oh.
luck.
the emblem
Opheia.
of keeping enough secrets to where it looks like dumb luck.
It's not a terrible fumble, but it's not great.
All right. So, yes, you all take a moment to kind of rack your memory as to this name and who this might be. Let's see, who got the lowest with a 14? It is Opheia. 14 does not necessarily beat the DC, unfortunately. So you do not know who this wizard mage is. Casper with an 18, you are able to pass the first of the DCs. You have heard the name, but in passing. Perhaps another witcher mentioned it to you, perhaps a sorcerer, sorceress. Not someone that you have met or heard much about. From what you understand, he tends to be a fairly reclusive mage. Beyond that, he's not like a court mage or anything like that. Fairly kind of doing his own thing. And then with a very nice 24 from Kilton, you are, for whatever reason, Kilton, where does this knowledge come from? Where do you recall?
I make it up, but it's right on accident. No, I'll never tell.
All right.
Okay,
Kilton,
fine. Yeah, it was that.
Probably, either a story that maybe your mother told you, or you traveling and in an inn you met with, Zoltan or somebody who told you about this. Yeah, maybe you met an acquaintance of this guy who told you about him and was like, hey, if you ever meet this dude, he's pretty cool. You should probably go sell him some stuff. And
so that's how they sound in Nilfgaard.
Yeah, it's Nilfgaard, man.
They sound like they're from the shore.
Hey.
You know that Gerwolf is a reclusive mage known for his obsession with ancient elven magic and lost civilizations. He is essentially a reclusive historian who studies the way magic used to be and spent decades studying elven ruins, deciphering scripts, etc. And with an exceptional 26, Mare, you have not only probably heard of him, you haven't met him, but you've definitely been in circles that he has had a lot of influence in. We're
in the same circles on LinkedIn.
Exactly, yeah. You have a lot of the similar interests and things like that. So in addition to the knowledge that the others know, you know that he has spent basically his whole lifetime piecing together the fragmented history of elven magical practices, and his knowledge is exceedingly vast. He's essentially the expert on this. His insights are, his insights are sought after by pretty much anyone who's trying to find something about history. He's kind of the David Attenborough, I guess.
I love that.
He's
probably several generations older than me.
He's probably he's very old. He's not what's that dude in the book who's he's just super old.
The youth potion inventor.
Yeah,
I
the
forget
one
his
that
name.
just
I love him though.
Yeah.
He's such an asshole.
He's probably not quite as old as that guy, but he's an old mage and
older than to say it, definitely.
Yeah, the next generation up from that, and his information is sought after in his search for uncovering the secrets of ancient elven magic and the conjunction of the spheres and elven history. So,
okay, good to know. Do I know what he looks like?
I don't think so. With a 26, okay. You've never seen him. You've never met him in person. He's described as a probably elven mage, but not in any detail, not any reason you would have to know what he looks like, really. So
I only ask because I'm remembering my death vision where I was fighting a mage in an underground little ruin. I want to make sure if I don't have a full recollection of what that person looked like, but I can tell if they were a human. They were a man. They were a human man. So
It'd be cool if there was like a file photo painting of him somewhere. I mean, like in his turtleneck.
It'd be really convenient if that guy was the guy that fucked up Casper in the past, because that would be 2 birds with 1 stone.
There you go. Well, there is going to be quite the array of mages and sorceresses and wizards and all those exciting types of people
and
here.
Not all of them will be friendly, and not all of them will have the best intentions, because Neela told me so, and she's usually right about these kinds of things because she is gifted in understanding people.
Man, Casper is so anxious. Actually, Casper would like to talk to Mare.
Yeah, Louise kind of closes the heavy tome that she has. She goes, I'm afraid that's all I've been able to uncover so far. I hope it's helpful, and it's answered quite a few questions for me. She kind of pulls her dress sleeve down over her tattoo mark as well, and she goes, it's a bit of peace of mind to know a bit more of what's going on.
I did want to ask her if she did feel that pull, that weird miasma rush a couple days ago.
We received word from the effects reaching through Tanserville and many of the other local communities. We were shielded here from it, and so it did not affect me. We have created barriers. She gestures to some of the signs of Ard that are kind of carved around the exterior of the lodge.
It was able to be blocked by a barrier. That's good to know, actually.
It did seem to weaken it. As a shield wall breaks a wave, it seems as though it was greatly lessened, and we were able to resist the magic of it. It did not completely negate it, but we were safe here for the most part. It was powerful stuff.
So it was quite distressing to witness that. Distressing for that. It's distressing for them to experience that rage firsthand.
Indeed, terrifying to think of what is to come and the power that this entity may have over the people that, well, he has a connection to, I suppose.
God damn my ancestors for worshipping a fucking mage.
You and me both. Well, if that is all for tonight, I'm going to retire. I have some reading to do, and we still have much prep to do over the next few days. Please make yourselves at home, and if there's anything that you need, let us know. And she is going to retire upstairs, leaving the Clarice will also go, giving kind of a little wave to Opheia as she heads up the stairs. She goes, I hope you have a good evening.
Nudge, nudge, nudge. Hey, nice job. She out of the 3 of them, she's my favorite.
Oh, she seemed the least, yeah.
Self-absorbed?
But
you can say it, it's fine. We all know.
Yeah. But she's nice. She's really nice. She's way better at potion making than me, so I'm a little intimidated.
She and I bonded over that in school. She was not a popular subject of study. It's not flashy and in conversation. It's not. But I mean, there's a lot of substitutions you can make with just easier ingredients that are kind of that's not considered as fine. Anyway, yeah, she's yeah. But I think it sounds like you learned a lot today, business-wise. Yes, I did.
Casper's like looming in the corner, and he kind of just...
Yes, Casper, I can hear you looming.
I like to have all vantage points covered.
I know this about you.
Ocular pat down.
But that was very concerning, to say the least. The Elven Ruins. I wanted to ask you if do you have a way of contacting someone over distance?
Bird? Messenger Raven? I don't have a way to speak with someone long distance now. I do not. That is a complicated spell with a very expensive external component.
A bird could work. I know that you probably had the same thought, but maybe contacting elves that we know.
Yes, I had the exact same thought. I need to send a reply anyway.
Don't know if the one I'm thinking of actually wants to hear from me, but...
I wish I had had a clearer picture of what those ruins looked like in the vision.
You could always try hypnosis.
Or process of elimination research. If we can find out where he operated in antiquity, at least what region it was, that's easier than scouring the entire continent, which we do not have time for.
Can you arrange one of these messenger birds?
Mm-hmm. I can do that tomorrow morning. I'll write the letters tonight.
I don't know what to write.
Start with, hi. Sorry for what I did. Can you please answer these questions for me?
I didn't do anything.
Doesn't matter.
Can I overhear this? I really want to put in.
If she doesn't want to hear from you, that makes me think that you might have offended this person. But that's just conjecture on my part.
If you must know, she stopped speaking to me. She walked away. Left in the middle of the night, and I haven't heard from her since.
We love a good communicator. Well, if you're the one reaching out, just say what you feel. The worst thing that happens is she doesn't respond.
What do I feel?
What comes to mind when you think of her? First image.
Her face.
What expression is she making?
Smiling. Maybe. Sneering.
I
could never really tell with her.
Casper, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it seems like there was a lot of things left unsaid between the two of you, things that you never really got to maybe bond the way you wanted to. I think the words you're looking for are "I miss you."
I don't.
If she were right in front of us now, would you want to speak with her?
Probably.
Is this the person you've been asking the Scoia'tael about?
He kind of just looks away.
I'll take that as a yes. It's not wrong or weak to have a soft connection, to miss someone. Especially when they exit your life like that with no prior warning or indication.
I don't know what I feel.
Casper, you don't have to. If she was involved with the Scoia'tael for or against whatever, that's a line of work that compromises people, that makes them unavailable sometimes. I don't know why she disappeared on you, but it's honestly quite likely that it's not because she disliked you. Work just rears its head up sometimes for people like that.
And how would you know?
I was close with somebody that was in that line of work myself, although she left it. But the reason she did that is because she was tired of being pulled away. It was a really difficult choice for her, right? Not being a believer, a true believer in the cause kind of thing. Not everybody has that sort of privilege, usually because if you try to obtain it, you're drawn and quartered. So I don't blame your friend for not wanting to be drawn and quartered. I don't even blame your friend for having ideals or principles, actually.
She could have left him a note.
A note can be, giving the plans away. It can be traced. You don't know. I don't think you're wrong to want to reach out.
You don't have to know exactly what you feel. You just have to do what you want to do. It sounds like you want information from her. She seems well-traveled. And if this is information...
I think she's been to every country in the continent.
And if she has information that can help us find this Baelor's lair, then that's one piece of the puzzle in saving this world that we all live in. This large, wide, imperfect world that we all inhabit.
I just want to know she's not dead. That's all. Even if she doesn't know anything about this, and if she has nothing else to say to me, I just want to know if she's alive.
If I have some time while we're here with the sorceresses, there is a ritual that I can learn that maybe would give me insights as to where she is.
I don't think tracking her down would be the smartest move.
But it would let me know if she's alive or not. We may not need to track her down, but if she's alive and doesn't resist the spell, I'll know if she's alive. That's confirmation. Is that not what you want?
Not doing it like that, I don't think. It would get her in trouble if she is, and Scoia'tael don't like their movements being tracked. I want to know she's alive, but if I know I'm the reason she gets killed, I would feel negatively.
Okay. No pyromancy then. Still might pick that up as a ritual, though. It is quite useful.
It is very cool. As the night winds on, you are able to continue your discussions and ruminate on the additional information that you have gained from Louise and the sorceresses here at the lodge. You eventually retire to your yurts and are able to get a good night's rest. And over the next few days leading up to the gala, you are able to have some downtime. So, Mare, I believe you wanted to try and teach some of your companions some skills, correct?
Yes. Let me see. Did I actually up my teaching skill? I did. I did up my teaching skill.
I also wanted to force Opheia to learn dodge escape.
Okay. So I'll say, Mare, your teaching. What's the first skill you want to teach?
Resist magic.
So resist magic. So your resist magic is 3, and your teaching is 3. So you can teach someone up to level 3,
which is pretty good.
It is quite good. Resist magic is a more difficult skill to learn. Let's see. Kilton's is 0.
I already have 3.
To Casper.
Oh, so
so Casper.
So I can't teach Casper.
But Opheia and Kilton. So Mara, you take a full day. So we'll say Saturday, a full day to teach Kilton and Opheia 1 point in resist magic. So you two are able to raise your skill there. Casper, since you are already at 3, if you want to take that day to raise one of your skills that's at 0 or 1 to 1 or 2 by kind of practicing and training yourself.
Fine art.
I kind of everything I have is already kind of at everything I want is kind of already at 1. Can I do some more foraging?
Foraging is a wilderness survival skill, so that's at 4. You could,
can I do some foraging with that day?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. What would you like to look for?
I want to get some more vitriol.
All right, sounds good. Let's see.
There's some more common stuff like barley or crow's eye.
There's actually not a ton of fields like right around here. There are further down in the valley, but this would be like mountains or forests generally. So it looks like
white myrtle petals might be in the mountains or in the woods.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
White myrtle. That's more fields like plains and stuff. But it looks like the calcium equum you could find, or the suent mushrooms you might be able to find. There's some caves and stuff around here as well.
Okay.
So looks like probably the calcium equum would be the easiest at 12. So go ahead and give us a foraging or wilderness survival check.
Okay.
What is Casper's alchemy skill at?
My alchemy is at 3.
Okay, so you can top that.
Nice.
Casper, you don't quite double the DC, but you do pass, so you get 1d10 of the calcium. So let's go ahead and give you that. Whoops.
I already rolled it. Sorry.
That's all good. You get 2.
Okay. With the rest of the day, I would like to make some swallow if that's possible.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, so we'll say you'll be able to do both of that. So go ahead and give us, is it an alchemy check with for your potion crafting?
Yep.
Yeah. And do you know what the DC is for swallow?
Does it say on here? I might have to go get my book.
It's probably 14.
Oh, 16.
16, okay.
And it takes a half an hour.
Oh yeah, half an hour.
So yeah, go ahead and give us your alchemy check. Should be pretty easy for you, I think. 16 is not super high.
I'll still put 2 luck into it, my last 2 luck.
Ooh. You do not manage to. You can do another, is it alchemy check again to salvage
to
half the stuff?
Mm-hmm. And it's the same DC.
So you get to
not
try.
Trap crafting. Alchemy. Please? Okay.
So same DC would be 16, so you're not able to recover any of the materials. So go ahead and take those out of your inventory. Unfortunately, you set up the stuff in your kind of outside, maybe getting some of your things ready, and you start to kind of lose track of time, and suddenly, before you know it, your potion has kind of started to turn like sticky, and it's kind of congealed in a way that it's not supposed to.
Do you want me to try to make one? I know the formula.
All right, well, we will count that as the Saturday for everyone. So now it will be Sunday the 31st. So I think we'll go ahead and let's see. Let's do Sunday. Let me just look at the time real quick. Does anyone like have anything specific they want to do, or do they want to just add, skill points or things like that over the next couple of days?
I wanted to try and teach all of my companions some Witcher signs.
I was about to say I have a last time we mentioned I could learn a journeyman spell in lieu of taking IP. I would like to get an offensive journeyman spell, probably that blood-ending one. Unless I should have my own signature spell. Actually, maybe I can't have that one. I think it would have to be a.
I think it has to be from your list. Yeah.
Both cast it at the same time.
Or it has to be or
a Witcher sign.
Or it can be a journeyman level Witcher sign, which would be one of the advanced ones.
I think you have to know.
So I'm interested.
You have to know the base signs before you can get the journeyman ones, because I think they're like hybrids.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And so Casper, I don't think you can like teach. You could teach the signs, but that will take a while because.
And we'd have to spend IP to learn them.
Yeah, so that would take at least a week, I think, even for the base ones, in terms of like training. So you've got a couple of days here to get some like skills, do some recovery. At this point, everyone can basically max out their health because you've got your recovery stats over a couple of days.
I wanted to teach anyone who is able to be taught in social etiquette some social etiquette.
Okay.
I can also teach people social etiquette.
How?
My social etiquette is 3.
Social etiquette's an instant skill, not an empathy skill. So.
You just choose not to use it.
Yeah.
And my teaching is 4.
I could use some social etiquette.
You're a better teacher than I am.
Yeah.
So I can't teach Casper, but I can teach Opheia and Kilton if they can be taught.
Kilton's social etiquette is also 4. So
better than mine. I'm just a weird.
Would like to learn dodge escape?
Yes, I would like to learn dodge escape. I don't know how much I can take from all of you. But
if no one's going to,
we could do a learn. I don't know if I have any skills people need to learn other than
first aid.
I don't know.
I could just teach myself first aid.
I do have points in first aid. I can teach first aid. I have a 5.
I can teach myself up to 2 to first aid because I have a 0 in it.
Kilton, is there anything that you would like to learn or teach?
All right, well, let's do the Sunday check. We'll do like one more round of teaching or something, and then we'll wrap up and pick up a couple days before the gala so we can do additional prep and whatever other training you want to do then. So for today, it's Sunday, and everyone can do like one training or go do something or something like that as you're recovering and, taking some leisure time here.
Because I have really high teaching, so if anybody wants to learn anything, I'm fairly good at it.
What is the max you can teach in dodge escape?
Whatever your average is. So,
what can Casper teach?
5, I think.
Okay.
My teaching is 4. My dodge escape is 6.
So then you can't teach me anything further in dodge escape. I'm at 5.
Oh yeah, me neither. I'm at 6.
I assume that if I practice all day, it'll still go up at 1 regardless, or only up to 1 regardless.
I would say
2 overnight.
So if you take a full day to train with Casper, instead of going from 0 to 1, you could go 0 to 2. So you'd get double what you would normally get. So, do you want to do that, you two?
An extra point. Yeah, do that.
Then maybe
Sunday.
Maybe Kilton can get any of his hex weaving or
awesome.
So
I'm actually going to have Casper and Mare give me a teaching check. Mare, this is a backtrack one, and Casper, this is for the dodge escape.
Bink. Let's see.
Bink.
Nice, yeah. 42. Woo! Nice.
God
what a
damn.
recovery, Mare, from all the other fumbles at 42 crit.
Yay.
So
I'm so good at teaching you guys resist magic. It's a hard skill to teach.
it is you, and absolutely succeed in doing so. Casper, dodge escape. You're teaching Opheia the basics, but you do succeed quite well in that. So that's what Casper and Opheia are up to on Sunday. Kilton and Mare, what would you like to get up to on this wintry Sunday here at the lodge?
If no one wants etiquette lessons, I'm gonna make some potions.
Absolutely.
We could take etiquette Monday or Tuesday.
So Kilton can cast some spells, right?
Nope. Just one.
Just one? Alright.
I'm not
Does
learning
he
anymore.
have to do spell casting rolls to do that?
It's an illusion.
Yeah, what he has is technically it's a gift, a minor gift. So it's not really a spell. It's essentially like a even lesser form of a sign. So because it's so minor, it's not even really worth doing a roll for it because there's no negative effect to it. It's just
it does nothing.
Yeah.
It just makes a thing look like a thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a very minor illusion. So any of the gifts that use, like, he can tap into that magical energy, but he isn't like a conduit to it. So
And I have no desire to learn anymore. But what am I going to learn? Axie. So I could train and train and train to finally be as good as Kilton at convincing people
Casper?
to do shit. Oh, no. I mean, to find, to do what I can do anyway.
I don't know. Igni might be nice. Or Ard,
I
if you're
can
trying
do
to get
that
someone.
anyway. Get people away. I tell them, get the fuck away. Plus 20 to persuasion. Go away. Cool. Got him.
All
The,
right.
I'm
the
all
alternate Witcher
powerful.
signs are just
all right, so what are for this Sunday? What are Mare and Kilton doing? Mare, you're going to do some potions.
I'm gonna make some potions. I'm gonna make some swallow for Casper.
All right,
Thank you.
You have all the ingredients you need for that.
I do. It's let me see. I believe I do.
I have like a shit ton of all of it now, so you can take it if you need.
Oh, it's further down. It's not with my other formulas. It is swallow. It is purple, blue, green. All right. Purple. Blue, green. Okay. If you want to donate some vitriol, I will make you some swallow.
I will give you all my vitriol. I have 3 left.
Okay. So I'll up that to 5. So how many would you like?
As many as you can make successfully.
Okay. 5. So the lowest denomination would be 5. That'll bring my aether down to 1, and I've got so much fucking vermilion. All right, so I can make you a maximum of 5. That takes 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we'll say that'll take. And for the sake of this, you got to like prep them and everything and get it ready.
Yeah.
So doing
So,
a whole batch of brews. Go ahead and give us your checks. So these are DC 16 alchemy checks.
I will be making them as distillation checks instead.
Yes,
Uh,
since you have the skill for that.
5 of them.
How much luck did I put into that last one? I put 3 into that last one. So
Man, I really wish I had better alchemy. I think that's probably where my points are going to go from now on for a while.
Fair enough.
your craft score is also really fucking low.
All right. And while Mare is preparing the potions, Kilton, what are you up to this Sunday?
I put a point in my gambling,
Ooh, all right.
bringing it from
Kilton
1 to
breaks out
2.
the Gwent deck and sits down.
Gwent
starts
is not
to-
gambling, unfortunately. That is a tactics check. Every other game under the sun is gambling. Gwent
Oh,
is
that's
real
fair, that's
people's
fair.
You can
war.
All
tell
right.
people that wrote
God damn
the
it.
rules for this game were big Gwent fans. They're like, it's
All
not
right.
random chance.
I'm going to cast. I get to actually use the spell now. I'm going to.
Looks like
cast,
Mari's gambling too.
This whole game is gambling.
Alchemical recovery.
Okay, so
All right.
you get one of your
I will-
substances back.
I will recover the vitriol because it's the lowest amount that we have.
All right, so the first one failed, but you get your vitriol back. Let's go ahead and get roll 2 to see if you succeed on that
Fucking
potion.
bumble. I'm glad I didn't spend any fucking luck on that.
Kilton, are you just going to play like dice with Julian to get your gambling up?
Oh, I don't know.
Or like
Yeah, Julian breaks out the dice poker tray, and the Witcher 1 music starts playing with the dice tray.
That's 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. 3 successes. Very nice. 2 crits.
Yeah.
4 successes.
All right. So that. Oh, and you got your vitriol back.
I got vitriol. I can do 1 more. So
1 more. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
5 successes. That's 5 swallows, and they are half again as effective. Which I don't think really affects swallow. So I don't know. It's just the best way to do it for me, just because I don't actually have any points in actual alchemy.
I think because the swallow is it's a set amount, right? So you get like 5 HP per turn for however many turns, right?
Oh, I'm thinking of white honey. Never mind.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No, white honey is the one that it's just kind of like a
detox. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So swallow. What is 3 points per round in any round you're starting. Okay. So this would do half again. So this will make it 5 round down when increasing. So this will make it 4.
Yeah.
4 points per round instead of 3.
Right.
All right. So Casper, go ahead and add 5 swallow to your inventory. That's a great boon to have. And Mara, you are able to get quite a bit of alchemical experience.
I am all out of vitriol though, and I have no aether left.
Okay.
All right. As Julian and Kilton round out the day playing dice poker and drinking some wine, Casper and Opheia wrestle out in the snow, practicing dodge escapes, throwing snowballs at each other. And Mara is cooking all afternoon in the alchemy department. Another day passes here at the lodge, and we will pick up there on the Monday before the so that'll be the 1st. So we're picking up April Fool's Day, 2 days before the gala on the full moon. So we will reconvene there on our next adventure. So thanks everybody.
Yay.